Ryan. Great.
Is that more defensively what you're looking for out of this team?
It was obviously really. I'm really proud of our guys. We had a tough stretch there. That the last 10 days in practice, they've worked hard. I think they've learned a lot the last 10 days. I think we learned a lot from those 3 losses in terms of how you can do a lot to help your opponent if you're not sharp as you need to be and on both ends. But I really thought we were locked in maybe as well defensively as we've been all year against the team. Have a lot of respect for Pat Kelsey and what he's done at Louisville. He took over a program that, as you guys know, is rich in history and tradition, and did a great job a year ago. And he's doing the same thing with this group. I know they were down a key player, but we've dealt with that all year too at times. But just really proud of the focus of our guys coming in. I thought their mental preparation, but probably more important, it was leading up to the last couple of days getting ready for Louisville, what we did through that period, talk about what we have to do to give ourselves the best chance to win.
Ryan and Mike.
Y'all forced more turnovers than I think it feels like y'all have most of the season. Was that just that mental preparation? What led to that?
Well, again, I think you got to give it to the players. I think we've proven, we haven't consistently proven. I mean, we had a game like that against Houston, obviously, and where we were on point. We had some other games, but it's still a group of younger guys. I mean, we've got so many young guys that are learning what this is about. I mean, there's no doubt, and I didn't think at any point in time getting ready for this season we'd have 2 freshmen in the starting lineup like we have, and coming off the bench with the ones that we do. I've told you guys all along, we're really excited about our young players, our freshman class, but I thought Ethan made some big-time plays tonight. I thought Mo did. I thought a key part of the game was, the last 4 minutes of the first half when we're in foul trouble. Had a group of guys out there that hadn't been in that situation ever, and they were able to not surrender the lead and give us a little bit of margin there. But overall, really proud of everyone, and I'm happy because I know how hard they've worked the last 10 days and won a game against an outstanding team, an extremely well-coached team, and hard team to guard, very hard team to guard because they are really got a great scheme. They really do a lot of stuff that are really difficult to guard.
Mike, Rob, Ben.
Rick, how did you get that version of Felix back tonight after the way he's played defensively the last 2 games? And when he's playing that way defensively, is that when this team's at its best on that end?
I do it, and we tell him we think he's the best overall defensive player in the country. When he really is locked in like that, because he can go out on the perimeter, he can obviously we know what he can do around the rim. When he's locked in, I mean, he gives us something that everybody would like to have, and he's at his best when he's playing that way. He really impacts the game in so many different ways because I know people have to look for him, but it's a difficult game for our guys because we play with a rim runner. They don't. And so our guys are used to running down the floor, running underneath the basket to get ready to guard somebody. They have to stop out there, and that's not Dwayne Brown's still learning how to do it. He's getting better. Jalen's learning how to do it. JP's learning how to do it. But Fee did a really good job for the most part doing that for us and getting our ball screen covers right.
How do you get that out of him every game moving forward?
Well, I love him to death, and I just know once he settles in to do that, I think if I were him, I'd know that that's my ticket to get where he wants to go because he can impact games, and everybody can use a guy like that. I don't care what team you are. You get a guy that come out there and play with that kind of energy and impact the ball at the ball screen and rebound like he does, and he can score the ball. He can. He can do it, but block shots. We need him. We need him to almost have the attitude that, hey, he's a senior. He's been here 2 years now. That, hey, this is my team, and I need to do this for him every night.
Rob.
Coach, college basketball, you don't have must-win games in December, but nobody wants to lose 4 in a row. Your guys had to be feeling a little pressure tonight. How proud of you? They responded like they did in this situation.
Well, I don't want to lose any, to be honest with you. But when you do lose, and the way we lost is what is so hard, Rob. It's the way we lost them, you know. And again, we'll never take away from the other team because the final score, whoever's got the most points won the game. But from every team that goes back and look, I don't care who it is, you'll look back, and we certainly have, and we felt like we should not have lost those 3 games. And again, that's to take nothing away from Kansas, Syracuse, Illinois, because they're all good teams, capable of beating anybody on any night. But the way we played that game, we just didn't give ourselves much of a chance, because we're not at that point in time where we can be as bad as we were on offense and defense and expect to beat those teams. But again, I think it says a lot about these guys because the last 10 days have been tough for a reason, because we knew we needed to get to a certain level, playing again, getting ready, knowing you're staring down the barrel at Louisville coming in and having a great year and great program. Really know that they got guys that can, I mean, the other night they made 18 threes, and that, you know, what they're capable of. And so the credit goes to our players, you know, coaches, staff coach Gainey did a good job as a scout, but along with our other GAs that help him. But you got to give the credit to the players. They knew what we needed to get done, and they didn't want to lose 4 in a row. I'm just a good win for us.
What did Jacoby and Nate do differently in the second half, or what clicked for them in the second half?
Well, I thought both of them. I mean, they obviously were going after Jacoby, and I think some of his mistakes were fatigue because they were trying to press him all night long. I thought Nate was really relaxed, and I think he's just going to keep getting better and better. He keeps going a little bit too deep. He's going from really a one-on-one situation where he's almost putting himself into a one-on-2 situation by trying to get it deeper. He's just going to have to get to his spots and raise up and shoot it. I thought he looked relaxed. I thought he let the game come to him, and I hate that he got in foul trouble. But again, those other guys stepped up and helped us, and they're going to have to do it because when we play defense the way we want to play, we'll learn, I hope, to do it without fouling. But people are going to continue to drive Jacoby to try to put him in foul trouble, and they're going to have to learn to deal with that. And on the offensive end, I think, well, I know Jacoby picked up an offensive foul. I think Nate picked up one too, but I thought he got fouled before that. But you know, they've got to try to eliminate those.
Paige, Alexi, Sam.
Coach, you've mentioned a couple of times how practice hasn't been translating to the court when the lights are on. How much tonight would you say translated from practice?
It did more mentally than anything. You know, I thought we had, for the most part, offensively. I mean, we weren't perfect, obviously, but we've been really bad offensively. I mean, just no organization. Just when our initial set, what we didn't get, we were just, guys were just putting their head down. Nobody knew what was going on. Didn't get the board coverage. All kinds of things. But I just, again, I can tell you, we got closer to tonight playing like we practiced, and it was more maybe as much from a mental standpoint, execution, because when we did call a couple things, we executed pretty well. Not perfectly, a couple of them, but for the most part, early we did.
Coach, you had 34 points from the bench tonight compared to Louisville's 3 points. What does that tell you about your depth on the bench this season?
Well, we think that there's every guy we put out there we think can help us. What we're looking for is consistency, and we told him the guys that are locked in defensively night to night will be the guys that will probably play the most. But you know, we can shoot the ball when we take good shots. We had put ourselves in 3 games where we just took shots we're not going to make. I mean, they're just low percentage shots. When we play inside out like anybody, those standstill threes, you got to make a high percentage of them. Make your free throws, you got a chance. If you can get those good looks from the inside out, stationary threes. We made a couple of those tonight, which every guy on our team is capable of doing that.
Coach, in the back, Ethan, he's obviously played a little hesitant at some points this season. Doesn't want to get pulled from the game. When Jacoby got in foul trouble, what did you see from him and just playing a little more aggressive tonight?
I thought he played the way we need him to play. He wasn't too anxious. That's what's hurt him. I mean, he did it one time tonight where he's got a habit, he's got to break. As soon as he gets the ball, he starts dribbling with nowhere to go most of the time, and he made a great post feed. Made a great post feed where he got it, where in the past he would have just put his head down and start dribbling. Made a really nice layup off of a little formation he ran there that in the second half, end of the first half. But defensively, I thought he worked. Still, most of our breakdown in transitions are the young guys. They don't realize in transition you don't have a man per se. You got to match up with whoever, and especially a team like this, they get any daylight at all, they can knock them down. But he's getting better, and again, I appreciate him. You know, it's been a tough 10 days for him. I've been hard on him. Had a long talk with him the other night on the phone for about 40 minutes. Told him exactly what I felt, how I felt, what I thought he needed to do, and he came out and he responded.
Trevor.
Coach, what did you see from Amari? Coach, what did you see from Amari Evans tonight? Scoring at all three levels, even though he had that foul trouble.
Well, that's what we say every day in practice. He can score at all three levels. He fouls every day in practice. You know, I mean, we see it every day, and that's what he's going to have to learn not to do. I mean, he plays hard. He's aggressive. He's going to impact the game, but he'll the more he's out there, the more he's going to have to learn to play without fouling, because he's earned his minutes that he's getting, and would have played more tonight probably, but again, foul trouble sent him to the bench. That probably above more than anything will teach him, if you want to play, you got to play without fouling.
Saw 3 more hands up. We'll go Ben, Grant, Ryan.
Rick, what did you see from Jalen in the first half? How important were his minutes there to start the game?
Again, I think Jalen could be terrific. I mean, you think about it, if he makes his free throws, he's got a 20-point night. If he makes just 70, I mean, and double. He could be that every night. But you know what? He won't get there every night until he gets consistent in practice every day. To understand that every day you got to get better and continue. And again, I give him a lot of credit. It's all new to him in a lot of ways, and he believe me, he's just scratching the surface of what he could be if he's willing to make himself hurt. It hurts to be great. It does. I mean, you got to put yourself out of your comfort zone, and can he do it? There's no doubt. He can run faster than he runs. He can jump higher than he jumps. He can shoot the ball. It's just he's just going to have to make his free throws because he can shoot it, and it's just a mindset that he's going to have to decide when he gets tired he can play through it. And I'm excited for him because again, he knows I'm not backing off, and he knows that we've raised the bar. He's raised the bar, and we expect more from him.
Is JP still on a minutes restriction? And
No,
what's
it's just
Amari Abrams' health too with that wrap on his hand?
Well, his wrist bothers him. He's got a wrist problem there. And you saw sometimes he's doing a lot with one hand, but I thought I thought his minutes were good tonight. Played hard. I think that JP again just still working his way back into it. You know, I don't think there's a player out there that cannot practice and play effective minutes for a long time, and he's starting to get back to where he's practicing, and then because again, when he gets tired, his drop off is significant too, where he's going to have to. And we probably kept him out there a little bit longer because we know we got to get him playing longer periods of time. But defensively, he's got to learn to keep his. He gives up too many angles in the post, and there's no reason that he does that. But he'll get better and better as the more he practices.
Last one from Ryan.
To say about the growth of this team to have had a lead at halftime when Jacoby and Nate found foul trouble didn't do a ton of scoring.
Yeah, I thought that was could have been the most important part of the game. I mean, we could have cracked right there and given them momentum going into the locker room, but we found a way to get some stops, you know, there at the end, and Ethan came up with a big layup, and but I think we had 2 stops their last 2 possessions, and a big part of the game, and I hope it serves to be a great lesson for our guys to know that we don't have to rely on any 2 guys. We can rely on a bunch of guys if they'll play the role that they need to play for us, and it's all about getting better. We're still in December, not getting close, obviously, to going into conference, but we still got a long ways to go.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you, guys.